Alright, let's talk about something that's got me scratching my head, and no, it's not another conspiracy theory about why my coffee tastes better on Tuesdays. It's this whole situation with the Freedom 250 IndyCar race and its potential impact on the National Gallery and other cultural landmarks in DC. Sounds like a plot twist in a high-stakes thriller, right? But here's the deal, this isn't fiction. It's happening, and it's raising some seriously interesting questions. First off, let's set the scene. Picture this, IndyCar racers zooming past federal buildings, the National Gallery, the National Archives, and even the Smithsonian museums at speeds up to 185 miles per hour. It's like someone decided to blend a high-octane race with a history lesson. But here's where it gets tricky. Preservationists are worried that the vibrations from these cars could damage priceless art and artifacts. Personally, I think this is one of those moments where we have to ask, is the thrill of the race worth the risk to our cultural heritage? What makes this really interesting is the tension between modernity and preservation. On one hand, you've got this bold, futuristic event, a race that's part of President Trump's summer celebrations, no less. On the other, you've got centuries-old art and historical treasures that are irreplaceable. It's like trying to reconcile a Tesla with a horse-drawn carriage. In my opinion, this isn't just about vibrations, it's about the values we prioritize as a society. Do we lean into progress at all costs, or do we protect the past? What many people don't realize is that this isn't a new debate. It's been happening for decades, but this time, it's playing out in such a public, dramatic way. Now, let's talk about the science behind it. Vibrations from high-speed vehicles can indeed affect structures, especially older ones. But here's the kicker, museums and officials haven't declared major risks. So, is this just preservationists being overly cautious, or is there something they're seeing that the rest of us aren't? From my perspective, it's a classic case of better safe than sorry. I mean, imagine if a single painting or artifact were damaged, the backlash would be monumental. What this really suggests is that we need to take these concerns seriously, even if the odds seem low. But here's a detail I find fascinating. This race is happening right in the heart of DC, surrounded by some of the most iconic cultural institutions in the world. It's not just about the National Gallery, it's about the Hirshhorn, the Air and Space Museum, the American Indian Museum, all within earshot of these roaring engines. If you take a step back and think about it, this raises a deeper question. How do we balance our desire for spectacle with our responsibility to preserve history? Are we being short-sighted by prioritizing a temporary event over long-term cultural preservation? One thing that immediately stands out is the political angle. This race is tied to President Trump's summer celebrations, which adds a whole other layer of complexity. Is this just a political stunt, or is there genuine value in bringing such an event to the nation's capital? Personally, I think it's a mix of both. But what's undeniable is that it's sparking conversations, like this one, about what we value as a society. What this really suggests is that events like these aren't just about entertainment, they're about identity, priorities, and legacy. So, where does this leave us? Well, for one, it's a reminder that progress isn't always linear or straightforward. It's messy, it's controversial, and it forces us to confront tough questions. In my opinion, the real challenge here isn't just about preventing damage to art, it's about finding a way to honor both our past and our future. What makes this story so compelling is that it's not just about DC or this race, it's a microcosm of a much bigger debate happening globally. How do we preserve what matters while still moving forward? As I wrap this up, I'm left with one final thought. Maybe the real vibration we should be worried about isn't from the race cars, but from the ripple effects of decisions like these. They shake up our priorities, our values, and our understanding of what's truly important. So, here's my question to you, where do you stand? Is this race a bold step forward, or a risky gamble with our heritage? Let me know in the comments, I'm genuinely curious to hear your take.